Coming up, Ty Lue reportedly interested in that Nets head coaching gig. Would that be a good fit? Is there someone on the show who played for Ty Lue with Kyrie Irving? We could ask. I don't know. We'll see. First, though, I want to get to Jackie Mack's story on the Sixers that dropped this morning. In it, Sixers coach Brett Brown reveals he considered benching Ben Simmons for not attempting more jump shots. Here's a quote from Brown. "I told Ben, if you aren't willing to shoot, then do I just bench you? Because I can do that." That was all discussed. I opted to take another path. I think only down the road will we be able to truly assess if it was the right one. In the meantime, he's a two-time All-Star, a kid that's gone from college 4 to an NBA point guard. His story is a pretty darn good one. Paul, do you think the Sixers would have been wise to actually bench Simmons in order to get him to shoot more threes?
No, I don't think so. I mean, players of his caliber only come around so often. He's already a legitimate all-star in this league. He's getting better. But some way, somehow, you're going to have to push his buttons into shooting because I know he can knock down these shots. I see him pregame knocking down shots. He just refuses to shoot them in the game. So I don't think that's the way you go about it. But they just got to have a man-to-man, a heart-to-heart, and just say and ask each other why. Why aren't you taking these shots? Because he knows that when the playoffs start, as they go deep in the playoffs, whenever that's going to happen, that he's going to have to knock down some shots. But that's not the way really to go about it.
Well, I disagree, Paul. I think you can say all the heart-to-hearts that you would like. You can say all that, but the answer is yes. Should he bench him? But now listen to this clearly when I say bench him. Greg Popovich, who Brett Brown is a disciple of him, he would bring a guy out of the game, tell him, are you going to shoot that shot? Go sit down. And then 30 seconds later, he would bring him in. Now go shoot that shot. That's what they talk about benching. Taking him out of the game, sitting him down for a second, giving him a message, and then sending him back in there. It doesn't mean bench him for the fourth quarter. It doesn't mean bench him for a half or not start. That's not what it means. It means take him out of the game to tell him a message, sit him down, and then put him back in the game. Heart-to-hearts aren't going to work. Or they haven't worked for the last few years. Is Ben Simmons a future Hall of Famer potentially if he keeps up at this rate? Yes. But sometimes taking a guy out of the game, telling him something, then putting him back in the game, as Greg Popovich, one of the all-time greats, has done to me and every player he's ever coached, I think that would probably be the best thing for Ben Simmons, to let him know, like, hey, come out of the game, shoot the shot, now go back in.
Well, it'll be interesting if we ever start playing professional basketball again. Maybe he will try that. Ben Simmons, of course, was out with an injury.
I'm pretty sure
when the
he's
NBA
tried
shut
that
down.
already. Like that, I'm pretty sure he's done that. I mean, at this point, I mean, when you talk about benching, that means like you're done for the fourth quarter. You're a liability. I'm sure all coaches do that. That's happened to me before, and I can shoot the ball. So
there you
I'm
go,
sure that's
Paul.
already happened.
Yeah.
Paul can shoot. There's no doubt about that. All right, guys. According to the New York Daily News, Richard's former coach, Ty Lue, is interested in the Nets head coaching job. This would, of course, reunite Lue with Kyrie Irving, a key piece to the 2016 Cavs title team. So, Richard, do you think your former coach and former teammate would make it work in Brooklyn?
It depends on what the other options are. I think Ty Lue is a great coach. Paul has had him as an assistant coach, and he's a great X's and O's guys. But to make this seem like it's just about Kyrie or just about Kevin Durant, they've had a tremendous amount of success there, given the injuries and given their situations. But only Kyrie really knows what Kyrie is looking for. Do I think Ty Lue is going to be a great coach and has this opportunity? Yes, but I can't speak for Kyrie to say, oh, this would be a great pairing. But I think they've proven that they can be successful together, and it's about what Ty Lue and Kyrie could come together as a compromise and figure out what's best.
Ty Lue is an absolute great fit for anybody in the league. For one, I'm tired of the NBA recycling all these old coaches who's been in the league for 20, 30 years. This new generation needs this new young blood, guys who've been in the NBA, you talk about a player who won as a coach who's won as a player and a coach, a guy who's well-loved and well-liked around the league. a guy who relates to the players. He's a player's coach, and I like to see more and more of that across the board in the league, especially from the younger generation. I'm surprised we don't see more and more young retired NBA players get head coaching jobs. I mean, I just think it's a must for this generation. But Ty Lue, definitely, I think he'd be a great fit. Depending on your expectations, now, are they going to be a championship caliber team if you put Ty Lue in there and add KD, Kyrie Irving? Yes. Can they do it? We have yet to see. Or it has yet to happen. But great fit all the way around the board, I believe.
Richard, you travel with the Nets a lot, doing broadcasting with them. What do you think is the best fit for that team overall?
Well, again, I haven't really paid attention to who they've talked about because there's been a lot of change and a lot of shift, and obviously being away from the team right now. But, to echo what Paul says, there are so many great young coaches out there that deserves opportunity. Ty Lue is, to me, the #1 young coach, even though he's not that young. I like to mess with him, but he can coach. He can do all of that stuff. He has proven his track record. So, yes, do I think that Ty Lue could coach this team? Do I think he could be successful with this? Yes, but I can't speak for Kyrie, and that's kind of what the question was. Do I think that him and Kyrie would be a great match? No. I don't know, but do I think that Ty Lue is a great coach and would be a good fit? Yes, I believe so also.
Well, they certainly had their run-ins at times when Ty was coaching him in Cleveland, but they also had some really great moments together and worked really well together in a lot of ways. And there's some stuff floating around about, is Ty really an X and O coach? You guys can both attest. You've both worked with him.
That's
he is
stupid.
An X and O coach.
That's a dumb.
Right?
Those are dumb statements. Ty Lue and Greg Popovich are the two best X and O coaches that I have played with in my entire basketball career, from high school all the way up until I retired.
And Richard, you bounced around a lot. You played for a lot of coaches.
I played for a lot of coaches. So yes, I have quite a bit of experience.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.